I'm Josh.
I'm Richard.
Nice to meet you, Richard. And we got our co-host, Alejo.
Hello. Good evening, everybody.
How you doing tonight, Alejo?
I'm doing great.
That's great.
Trying to fix this all.
So far?
You had a hard time finding the station, yeah?
Yeah, my GPS took me, like I said, about 3 blocks down the street, and then it took a second to reroute, and so I was like walking probably like a block and a half trying to look for this place, and then I was like walking by houses too, and I'm sure people will probably give me some weird stares as I was walking down.
They're like, we know you didn't eat your salad today. You need to walk. So you're from which city again?
Stockton.
Okay, but you came from.
Yeah, I moved to Turlock probably about a month ago.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait, you said you lived in Turlock. No?
Yeah, no, I lived in Stockton my whole life. I just moved out to Turlock out there, like I said, about a month ago, probably.
Nice.
So it's super new to me.
So what band are you in again?
I'm in Cheap Shoes.
Cheap
Woo,
Yeah.
cheap shoe.
Cheap Shoes. Big day because you're repping the whole band and they're not here.
I know. I was hoping to have at least one of them with me today, but unfortunately
good.
can't make it.
So Cheap Shoes. Elaborate. Why the name?
So the name came from there's a hip hop artist, Atmosphere.
Okay.
There's a song, yeah, that one of the songs that he has. There's a line in it that says, "But I wear cheap shoes because I keep losing," and it's basically talking about how just he was a kid with cheap shoes. He wasn't the cool kid. All the cool kids had, Jordans, whatever, but he didn't have that, so no one wanted to bother with them.
Okay.
That kind of stuck with me, and before Cheap Shoes was actually, I guess, a full band, I didn't have a band at the moment, and I almost made it just a solo thing. So that's how it kind of came.
Okay.
It was supposed to be like a solo thing, and I was
So
like,
kind of like
call it
Alejo and his Bright Side of Suicide.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like that was supposed to be my thing, and then the song that I made for Cheap Shoes ended up just like being Cheap Shoes.
Okay.
What it is today. So yeah.
What genre is Cheap Shoes?
Hardcore punk. I would
That's
say,
exactly
definitely.
what he said earlier.
No, yeah, that's
You did your homework.
I did.
I didn't.
I even saw him like last week or 2 weeks ago.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, we played with yeah. No, yeah. I mean, to most people, I just tell them punk, just because nowadays how hardcore and punk has, I guess you could say evolved,
so
or matched up, yeah, like
that too.
it's so different now to where what people, in my opinion at least, I call me wrong, whatever, but what hardcore people say hardcore is today, it's almost metalcore to me. And that's how I see it, and nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying anything bad. Some of the bands out there today are like tight as hell, but yeah, like to me that's almost metalcore.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked metalcore too when I was younger, but that's not what it was. So that's kind of why when people ask me, I'm like, I'm in a punk band. I'm in a punk, because when they hear it, they're like, oh, you're fast. You're not.
Yeah, no,
you're
I
not
know.
heavy. And I played shows like that too, where they'll, we're labeled as a hardcore band, so we booked with hardcore bands, but when we play, those other bands that are playing with us are way different than we are. Yeah.
So I kind of see it because
Yeah.
I've seen you guys at Cryfest,
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and then there was one other show before that. I can't quite remember, but I didn't know your name at the time. I didn't know you guys were Cheap Shoes.
Oh okay. Yeah.
I know because I've seen you before all the time actually, even when you had long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I know my long hair's coming back right now too. I kept telling myself it wasn't gonna happen. It's coming back now.
I feel that. I'm trying to grow my hair out
you
again.
can, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this hat is not just for just.
He
'cause I
talked
like
about
hats.
his body spot all the time. All the time.
It's part of my insecurities.
It is. But so where do you play? What's your basically? What do you do for the band and in the band?
I'm the vocalist.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
Did you start the band?
yeah, in a sense, like I said, it was supposed to be kind of a solo project, and at the time when I made this band, I didn't have a band or anything,
Okay.
and I'm 29 now. I've been in bands since
You're
I was 14.
29?
Yeah.
Dude,
And
you don't look 29.
no, I know, I
at
get all the
all.
time. Yeah.
Good for
You
you,
look
man.
29?
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
No.
How old are you again?
Don't worry about it.
No, yeah, and I've been in bands since I was like 14.
Okay.
And I remember before making this band, I didn't have one, and like I said, I've always been in bands, forever. And I kind of went to like depression, I guess you could say. And one of my buddies that I lived with, I had a talk with him one night. He was like, "You know why you're sad? It's because you're not making music." And so he's like, he was in like 2 bands, I think, at the time. Or
Okay.
I think he was actually trying to make his band too, and he had like already all the people. So he was like, I can't really be in your band, but I can help you make the music. And we had a full 24-track analog record at the house, so with mics and everything. So he's like, I can at least help you set that up, and he did. I remember I wrote a song on there. He listened to it, and then we kind of played a little bit together. And then me and my guitarist Matt, we've been talking about being in a band for years. I used to have this band called Call It Off.
Oh,
We were like a melodic
nice.
hardcore band, and he was supposed to be originally in that from the start.
Okay.
Don't know really what happened. I think just it was one of those like moments in life where you kind of talk a lot, but
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Yeah.
And that's where we got. And I mean, we still had I still made Call Off. I mean, it was a full band for a little bit. Matt just never joined it. So finally, when this happened, I asked him. I was like, "Hey, do you still want to be in a band?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, let's do this." So he came over. Our other buddy that was helping me write, he played drums for us at the time, and so he helped us jam one song out, and that's our first song that we kind of play it still.
So
but
when
yeah.
did it start? What year?
2004? No. 16?
16? 15.
Maybe 15.
Maybe
Maybe
15
15. Maybe
going into
15.
That's
16.
when
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original Cheap Shoes.
Yeah, like what me and like once it started becoming a full band, yes.
Right.
That's when,
Okay.
exactly when it happened.
So it's been a good minute, huh?
Yeah. But we kind of like ups and downs. Like we started off kind of fast. and
Yeah.
then we kind of just like out the gate playing hella shows and just a bunch of
because
stuff
I mean,
like that.
you're a new band.
Yeah.
This is. Did you guys? What city did you start in?
Stockton.
Was it Stockton?
Yeah, we actually used to. We used to have me and my old roommates had a place called the Kingdom down the
Okay.
street on Oak Street,
Nice.
and that was where all like probably a good majority of the Stockton bands at that time we played there, and
Yeah.
we came from that house.
Because when you start, you're fresh. You're something new.
Yeah.
So when you start, it's all like, it's fast paced. You're getting shows.
Yeah.
You know. Then it
And-
starts to kind of die down. Maybe a year or two into it. You know.
Yeah, and back to the starting. So like I got Matt in the band. We jammed the one song out, me and him and our old friend Julian, and then Nelson. Me and him had already been talking about making a band.
What does
and
Nelson play?
He plays bass.
Okay. Now, what
And,
about your other friend? What was his name again?
Matt? He's
Matt.
the guitarist.
Okay.
And so we both talked to him, and we were like, "Oh, we're making this band. Do you want to join?" He was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then Matt had a friend, Mitch, which is our drummer, and I met Mitch before, but I haven't heard from at this point in time. I haven't talked to him in a couple
Is
years.
he still your drummer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's been there since we've been all the original members since.
He's
the beginning.
super nice.
Yeah, he's yeah.
He's, like,
He
super
plays
nice.
drums too.
Huh?
That's the second Mitch I know who plays drums.
Oh yeah.
The first one was Grey Blue.
Oh okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you're
okay.
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
You'll meet him.
Huh?
You'll meet Grey Blue.
All right.
Yeah. And then so he was like, "Yeah, I have a buddy named Mitch. Do you he wants to jam with us?" And I didn't even know he played drums at the time. I knew of him, and he was like, "Yeah." So he came first practice, and yeah, we knocked out our first song, and we just kind of went from there. Just
So it's a
from song to
four-piece
song.
band.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We've been 5-piece a few times, I guess. It's just our other guitarist never really works out for one reason or the other.
Mm.
It just kind of falls through the holes, and and we always say we're still open to another one, but just something always kind of comes up when we ever have a
So-
set guitarist.
Adding another guitarist, would you have them do leads, or because your music is very, I guess, heavy on the rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
So would you have them double on the rhythm, or have them come up with leads?
Or
How does that kind of work? And then how does it not work?
We don't really have we've never really thought about that. It's always just kind of like if we're playing a song and you come up with a cool lick,
Right.
then that's your part.
All
Even
right.
if it's we don't really try to outshine each other.
Yeah.
Right,
Even
right.
like in the since we're 4-piece, we have the bass and we have the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
The bass has its own parts sometimes too that are just completely
Right.
different. That are like intros to a verse or something like that, or even just the middle of a verse. And
Right.
we don't try to outshine each other. It's kind of like that's your part. You made that up, or that's tight. Keep
Yeah.
that. Let's do it.
Right.
And that's kind of how with our first guitarist. I don't even think he really practiced with us too much, to be honest. He was kind of like, because when he joined our band, he was in another band that's still going to this day. They're called Pity Party, but he's not a part of them at all anymore. But he was doing that full time.
Shout out to Pity Party.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're awesome people. But they're he was doing that full time. So we told him, you can basically like come and go as you please. You don't have to stay
Right.
with us. And like I said, I don't even really know if he practiced with us when we went to record. And he just came to recording, knocked it out, and threw some cool licks and threw cool part leads and like random like little solos in there. And
Right.
like, all right, cool, that's your part. Like that's it. And then that's kind of just what kept happening. I think we've only gone through 2 guitars. Then the next guy, same thing. We were practicing. He came up with something cool. We're like, all right, cool, that's your part. Like that's it. Like
Right.
we're not gonna sit here and be like, no, I'm the lead. Like Matt's not gonna go down and be like,
Right,
I'm
right,
the
right.
lead.
Right.
I'm the captain now. Like no. He's just gonna be like, that's you. Cool, you do you.
Right.
So yeah, we never really thought of it. Even if we got another guitarist to this day, I don't know. You're just
So as
if you
far as
wanted to.
a new member or a new guitarist in particular coming in to the band, would they add new stuff to the new songs that you guys have already recorded and written, or would they learn the part?
a little bit of both. Because like I
Okay.
said, with our last guitarist
Yeah.
that we had, that's what he did.
Right.
He
Learn the old songs.
We taught him at first, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like we showed him it, and then
Right.
he went home and came back and was like, "I made this up." Like,
Right.
oh, that's tight,
Cool.
cool, keep that. Like, because we didn't have anything there anyway, so
Right.
keep it, you know. So yeah, though sometimes I know like Matt, he's a rock star himself, and he wants to show off, and he does. So I'm sure he would like to
He's
be
also
lead
a rap
parts.
artist.
Yeah. You know, shout out to young Matt Rat over there. You know, throwing it down. But
And a graphic
yeah.
artist. He has really good
Oh, yeah.
like graphic art I just saw.
that's kind of how I originally, not really, I guess not too much really met him, but how like I knew him as when a while back was.
Did he make
he's a
that
cool
patch
artist.
with the Beetlejuice?
Yep.
That's
Yep,
sick.
that was, yeah. And he actually homemade those ones, like he went
I was
home
going
and.
through you guys' Instagram, and you guys have like the actual like I don't know what it's called, but the like the original
Like the screen.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that was him. He did it all himself one day when we
That's
first made the
sick.
band. He just had hella time on his hands, and he just put that out and came one day to
Yeah.
a show and was like, I got 10 of them. Like,
That's
cool,
so
let's
sick.
get rid of them. Or not really get rid of them, but like let's
Yeah,
give
yeah,
them to
let's move
people.
'em out.
Yeah, and we got a few friends that still have them. I think our friend Max, he still has one on his jacket, like stitched to it and everything.
That's
It's tight,
sick.
yeah. So it's cool to see him around every now and again.
Yeah.
So what's your full lineup then?
So I'm the vocalist, Richard. Matt is our guitarist. Nelson's our bassist, and Mitch is our drummer.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I've been around since 2015, 2016.
Yeah, around that time. Yeah.
Nice. You guys are all old friends then?
Yeah, we've been friends for a while now, and even like Matt and Mitch. To be honest, I remember when they first met me, they didn't like me.
Yeah.
For the reason being is because at the time I've always been super into like punk and hardcore and everything, but my group of friends were metalcore kids,
Okay.
and they were like, I guess you call them scene kids.
Yeah.
And
Right,
so,
right.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
Me too. I have a
I just
picture of me.
Flip my
Full
with the-
makeup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Full red makeup.
Oh, black for me. Black and
Oh
blue.
yeah.
Yeah, blue hair, black makeup.
Yeah.
High
so
school days.
They were punk rockers. They were straight like mohawks and everything.
Right,
you know,
right.
studded vests and everything.
Mhm.
So when they first met me, they didn't really like me. And then it wasn't until they finally like started talking to me, and they were like, "Oh, you actually like good music. Like, okay, you're not one of them.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
type
Mhm.
thing. Okay, like you're cool. Like And so that's kind of how it starts. They didn't actually really like me. But this was also, I was probably like 18 or 19 at the time, and they were.
Right.
They're a couple years younger than me, so they were like 15, 16, something
Okay.
like that.
Right.
So it was also just bad timing, I guess you could say. And then
Mhm.
a couple years later,
And that age difference is kind of a lot at that time.
yeah,
Yeah,
You know,
because I mean,
they're developmental years.
yeah,
Yeah.
Woo! English
But,
language, dog.
you being younger and then being a little older. It's
Yeah.
like, it's like they're kind of influencing you.
yeah,
in
no,
that aspect.
definitely. So yeah, and then eventually, like, we just kind of not re-met. Like, me and Matt have always been around each other, even after that, because my friends and his friends were always like a circle and everything. So we were always around each other. We eventually just got to talking more and becoming more friends and everything like that. And then Nelson, he's our youngest member.
How old is he?
22.
22.
Yeah, and yeah, so he's our youngest one. And when I met him, I think he was like 15 or 16. Dang. And he was like the young cat, and it was kind of cool because all of us, we were
Yeah.
older. We saw him like, he's gonna be like one of us, like like
yeah,
he's
like
in our
5
spot.
years from now. Yeah.
And that's really what he is too to this day. Honestly, I'm so proud of that guy because, I mean, like I said, he's what we were. I mean, when I was that age, I was booking shows. I was in a bunch of bands. I was trying to make as hard as possible, doing whatever I can to help everyone else out. And now that's what he's doing right now. He's running a booking company. He's got a screamo band, No Worries. Then
I've actually heard of No Worries.
Yeah, and then he's got us too. So he's doing it, and it's awesome to see that. Like, and he's like fighting for it too. Like every time we talk to him, something goes wrong.
Actually,
he's like, I'm there. Like I'm trying to do this. Like I gotta go, or like I can't do this because I'm trying to help out this show, and I'm trying to do this.
Right.
So it's pretty cool to see him do that.
No Worries was the band that tried to hop on that last date before you booked
Dirty Pillows.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt bad for turning him down because we've been wanting Dirty Pillows on our show for a while.
Yeah.
But I told him next time,
going
into season 3,
Yeah.
probably kick off season 3.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm sure they're
in October.
super down to do it.
So since you're a vocalist, I always ask vocalists this. Do you scream, right?
Mm-hmm.
I swear, if you steal my question one more time,
you want to ask this question? I got
my
ask
question.
First. I gotta
it
ask.
Took me.
Okay.
I thought about it.
Okay, yeah, I know.
And you jacked it from me, dog.
So, do you do clean vocals too?
No.
Just.
I mean, I might do like a talking thing, but never like clean, like singing.
So
like,
has Cheap Shoes ever played acoustically?
No.
I want to see that. Now ask the question.
Oh, well, my question is that I came up with,
that
I thought of, was how do you discover your screaming voice? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you...
We got to feed off our energy. Man.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, I don't know. I remember when as a kid, I used to sing, right? Mm-hmm. And I just kind of always just sang, and then eventually, there's cool reverb in the shower, and then like you try different things, and then eventually you move on, to the microphone and practicing with a band. How does a screamer find that without getting kicked out of their home?
Now, now to add to that, how long did it take you to not cup the mic? Because when you're first starting,
so
you cup the mic all the time,
So back to the whole metalcore days and everything like that. So when I was hanging out like a bunch of friends, back in those days, I did do the cupping thing and all that, but that was because mostly I saw other people doing it.
Right. Yeah. In videos, you always see
them. Or they cup and they get low. Like, I was like, okay. And at the time, I was in a metalcore band, and that's what we wanted to be. That's what we wanted to do. So it kind of like imitation. Like, you see this big band, I'm gonna do what they do.
Right.
Because that's obviously getting people do it. I didn't really learn to stop doing that. I guess, or what taught me was recording.
Okay.
Recording more music and working with different people to record and everything like that. You kind of have to learn because you can't cup a mic when you record.
No, for sure.
And you just scream, and you have to learn to not rely on cupping. Because I've noticed too, like when you cup, you can make yourself sound deeper or higher than you really are. And when you don't have that, you have
reverb
to figure it out.
Helps.
Definitely. But you got to figure that out on your own. You got to have to like tell yourself, okay, I can't do this, so how am I going to do it? And then you kind of just learn from there, and you kind of just teach that. And there's a point where some people aren't. That's not your. You can't do it. If you can't learn how to speak or scream into a mic without cupping it, then don't be a vocalist. To be honest,
for sure,
it's not gonna you might sound good live, but when you go to recording, you're not gonna sound great because you're not gonna know how to do it.
You almost use it as leverage, even. Like, it kind of becomes part of like where the strength for the scream comes from, or for the high note comes from.
Yeah.
And then when you're recording, and that's not there because you gotta, you gotta follow the producer's directions on how he wants that done.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. And then I also have a bunch of friends that are vocalists too, so I guess they kind of help me with tips and everything. I remember being younger. I think I was like 17 or 18. I watched the Zenith Screaming. If anyone's watched that, it kind of did help. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing those metalcore vocals or anything like that anymore, but with breathing techniques, it actually did kind of help. So honestly, if you're near Rasputin Music or a used music store and you see that for like $4 and you're a vocalist, I say just get it.
What's it called again?
The Zenith Screaming.
Okay.
I just want to give a quick shout out to, since you mentioned Rasputin's.
Yeah.
They closed.
I know. I still work there though. I worked there when they closed, and
That-
I
wait,
work
wait.
there.
There's one in
See?
Modesto still.
Yeah, I work
See?
in Modesto.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you know Nicole?
Yeah, huh?
Do you know Nicole?
No, there's not a Nicole there
Oh,
anymore.
I thought that my friend worked there. Never mind.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, right now we're moving stores, so maybe she is kind of there.
I don't
but
know.
Yeah.
We used to work together at Cole. Shout out to Nicole. And then I thought she worked.
Make
at
sure they
Ortiz,
don't
but
close.
tripping.
Oh, we're trying. Well, we're moving to a new, bigger store right now, so I don't think we have a plan to
Yeah.
close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what Stockton did.
No, yeah.
They just
yeah.
moved down the street and then but their store is a little smaller. But,
Yeah.
Then they closed just out of the blue.
No, I know that. Honestly, that was like heartbreaking to
Yeah.
me.
Have you ever went to the one in Frisco?
A long time ago. I haven't been there in a while.
I know. They
though,
closed
but-
like 2-3 years back.
Yeah, I mean, I remember going there. I just remember it being 2 stories and just.
3 stories actually.
Oh, was it 3? Okay,
3.
maybe I just don't remember that, but like, yeah, I remember being like, thought it was so cool, like, and going upstairs and go. I remember they actually, because by the way, I'm super into WWE and everything like that. And I just remember going up there, and they had a full row of just wrestling DVDs,
Yo,
and I was like in
yeah.
heaven. I was like, "Oh my God, this is all here!" Like every era of the rest, like WWE, the WCW, NWA, ECW. I was like, "Oh my God, this is freaking tight." So that was like my one memory, honestly, of that place, which is
It's
kind of
good.
funny. But yeah,
They used to have a pizza shop right next to it too.
yeah, I
And
remember
then
that too.
you walk downstairs, it was Italian food. They made the best spaghetti, man. The
Really?
best. And then when Rasputin's closed, they closed that too. And I'm like, dang.
Oh, I didn't
Now
know
it's just
that.
a pizza shop. Downstairs, it's closed.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Just
But
want
then-
to send a quick shout out to Paper Space watching on our Instagram.
Paper Space.
Hey, what's
Space.
up, guys? I haven't seen those guys in a minute. We played. I remember like there was a couple years ago where we were playing a bunch of shows with them, like a couple of like in a row.
They're
Nice.
so good.
Yeah, no,
They're
definitely.
so good.
So how many tattoos do you have in general?
In general.
In general.
On a good day, how many
Yeah.
tattoos do you sport?
I mean, imagine if I'm wearing a long sleeve, only like 3. No, I'm kidding.
See, that's what I was
I don't
going
know.
for.
I don't have too many to be honest.
Do you have
Probably,
any cheap shoes tattoos?
No, I don't. Not yet.
We're the losers club that have our bands tattooed on us.
Oh no, that's nothing wrong with that, man.
You're not a loser.
No.
Just me, I guess.
Ian
Yeah.
has Cardinal Sins tattooed on him too.
We need to start.
Hey, hell
We
yeah.
need to start a separate band with all the members in other bands that have their band tattoos. Just one band.
It'll just be an acronym with just the first letter of each band's name.
Yep.
It won't mean anything. It'll just be the acronym.
Yep. There you go.
I mean, I probably eventually will, or something that just kind of like an inside joke thing. Probably,
go.
I'd probably do something like that for sure eventually.
So when you talk about music, your music you're talking about is for cheap shoes, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have out there that the listeners can listen to?
So we have 2 EPs out right now. The first one we released is "That's Life."
Okay.
That's also
From
titled.
that same song, right?
Yeah, he mentioned it
No, actually, it's a
earlier.
different song. I'm sorry.
Is it?
That one's from "Sunshine." The other one's from "The Best Day."
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't the best day start with I had a rough day, but that's life. It happens. Woke up on the wrong side of the mattress.
Okay, my bad. I'm switched around. So I'm sorry. So
But
it's
that's
from the-
also
yeah.
that same line is on that those are both from the same songs. I promise you, I looked it up before we started.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I promise.
He
I
knows
looked
what
it up.
he knows what he's
Yeah.
talking
Yeah?
about. Yeah.
Oh my god. Now you're making me feel this. Oh. Is it? Now I'm like really thinking about it. I could
All
have
right,
sworn
to
from
our
Sun-
viewers on,
could've-
on
I could
Facebook,
swear it's from
how about you
Sunshine.
guys copy and paste the lyrics? Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
There.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't let it. Don't let it haunt you.
I'm
yeah.
like super thinking about it.
He's gonna go home tonight like, dang,
I could have
I-
sworn it's from Sunshine.
All right. I don't know.
I know. I basically those like. Anyways, those are my 2 favorite Atmosphere songs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Atmosphere's dope.
Yeah. And then our second EP is called
Have a great day. Have a nice day.
Have a Nice Day.
Have a nice
and
day.
that's actually from a WWE wrestler.
Hey, let him talk, man.
I'm sorry.
And, it's Mick Foley, aka Mankind, aka
Hey.
Cactus Jack, aka Dude Love.
Are you
I
trying
love
to
him.
fill that extra guitar space?
Me? I mean, sure.
Yeah.
You know, we'll hang out. We'll play some.
Connects. I'm
No.
getting those
Yeah.
connects.
Like I said, we're open to it.
I'm the
We've
middleman
never-
here.
Yeah,
literally.
we're never like against it. We just like I told you before, we've always just been about it. Just never found that right,
Yeah.
that permanent spot. It's always kind of just been open. And even to I remember we told our other second guitarist, it's your choice if you want to play or practice.
Whenever you come, just the spot's open.
Yeah, yeah.
So 2 EPs.
Yeah, and right now we were gonna do another EP, but we were like, that's 2 EPs. We need to put a full length out.
Yeah,
so we're
for
working
sure.
on that right now. We have probably about 4 or 5 songs ready.
Where can I find those 2 EPs at?
Spotify and Bandcamp. I think we're on iTunes too. I could be wrong, but I think we're on everything right now.
I just found out I'm on Apple Music. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't know when this.
Oh yeah, my bad.
dope.
Apple Music. I'm sorry. iTunes is down
That-
now.
dude,
But yeah.
When I
Sorry.
posted that too, I was like, I'm about to show how old I am if I call it iTunes.
Yeah, that's what I still call it. Shoot, I don't even know.
You guys are old.
Yeah, no, that's what happens.
Yeah.
It happens, time catches up. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I hope not.
And then you're gonna be talking with one of your young
How old
friends.
are you, Josh?
21.
All right,
I'm a baby.
You just need
Oh,
to end it
man.
at 27.
Yeah.
Wait till you're 27 and you're talking to a 21-year-old.
Oh,
You're
my
like,
God.
what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna realize. And you're gonna be just like that. What just happened? Like just last week, I was at this show.
I
When I
know.
was 19.
I know, like I was talking to like one of my cousins, and they were like, I was watching a Vine compilation on YouTube, and he comes
Yeah.
in, and he's like, "Can I watch these memes with you?" And in my head, I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like, and I didn't say anything, of course,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
thought of like, is that what they're called now? Like that's
Yeah.
what these videos, like
Yeah.
these little clips are called. They're
They
called.
are.
Like, oh my god, I had to think about that. Like, wow.
No. It's memes.
Memes.
It's
Is it GIF or GIF?
Oh. Is it MMORPG? Is it Morg? Morbiga. Nah, that was an inside joke. Have you heard of MMORPG?
Yeah, no, definitely.
You get that inside joke too.
Yeah.
We all get it. Yay. So those 2 EPs, do you have singles, mixtapes?
No, that's just really it right
Just
there.
those 2 EPs?
Yeah, I think we were on.
What about collabs?
No, nothing really collab, but we were on the record or the recording studio here. This is Stockton, LA.
I was gonna ask
we're
you
on their
about that.
compilation.
He just
So-
found them. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I
Okay.
didn't just. I've been
You know
following them
about
for a
it.
while, and I knew that they put out compilations, but I wasn't sure if they were a label, a studio, or an event.
It's more of a
type of-
studio.
Okay.
I'll
have to
at
look
least from
them
my
up.
knowledge, unless I know the guy Dan. If Dan's trying to expand it, I'm just not sure about that.
Right.
I think he was at first, because I know, like when he first started, he during that time. By the way, there was a bunch of amazing punk bands out
Mhm.
and everything, and he was just recording all of us at that time. Like if you were in a hardcore punk band or even just a band in Stockton, he was the place to go to at the time, and that's where you went. And he might have been trying to do something like that at first. I'm
Right.
not too sure, because even when it first kind of came out, we weren't totally positive. We just knew he was recording us and he was helping us put our stuff out.
Right.
Okay.
And so at the time I was in a band called No Crutch or No X Crutch, and that was like his big thing was like pushing us out there and getting us out there and everything.
Shout
So,
out to This is Stockton, not LA.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was the name. It's just
It's unique.
amazing.
Oh, it's perfect.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's awesome.
Dude,
Heck
I've
yeah.
seen so many people with their shirts. I'm like,
Or even the sticker. I remember
Yeah.
when he first made that like thing, and he made those just black and white stickers. I
Right.
know Jokes saw those everywhere. I was like, oh my god, like, and I remember too. There's another band at the time called I think they recorded with them too. I'm not sure, but they were called Blood Pig.
okay.
And I would see Blood Pig stickers and This Is Not Stockton, Not LA stickers everywhere and next to each other, and it was just like, oh my god, like it was just you couldn't go anywhere without seeing that. And even people I think that were even into hardcore punk, they just saw that and they were like, that's tight, like
Yeah.
that's cool, we want that. And they were having the stickers
Yeah.
and they were doing something.
That's
with
awesome
them.
when you
So,
see
yeah.
like somebody that like somebody's band that maybe that you're not friends, but their band. You're like, oh, like, and you see them somewhere far, even like
Yeah.
I saw one of your guys' stickers at the Colonial in Sacramento.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, and I
yeah,
was
tight,
like,
yeah.
That's sick, like. I mean, I'm sure, everybody stops or people stop by there, and it's not far-fetched to think that you guys might play there. But
Yeah,
to
we have.
go there and see the sticker, like, it was cool.
It's funny though, I'm not gonna lie, when I drive around and I see someone with the Cheap Shoes sticker, I'm
Yeah.
like, who is this?
Yeah.
Like, and I'll try to get super close to them. Like,
Yeah.
have I seen you before? Like, no, like I do that sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, no, it is cool. Like, especially just go to somewhere random and then
Yeah.
you see that out
Yeah.
there, or someone will mention us in their story, and they're like at a bathroom, and they take a
Right.
picture, and we're like, whoa, oh, that's cool. Like,
I,
all right,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
somebody came up to me because I'm in a band called Worst Friend Forever, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I saw one of your guys' stickers all the way where the county hospital's at."
Oh wow.
I'm like, even though it's kind of far from where we're at because we never go down there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, nice. It was at a bus stop.
Oh wow, that's
I'm
tight.
like repping.
Heck
So,
yeah.
your next show for Cheap Shoes. When's your next show?
August 30th. I
August
know
30th.
it's a house show in Stockton. We can't really release the address publicly. It's one of those.
We're just
you
gonna
gotta
just-
DM
Super
us.
secret show.
We're gonna,
Yeah, you
we're
gotta
gonna
DM us to
blindfold
get
you.
it.
You gotta get
Yeah.
jumped
put
in to
you
get in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in a
Gang
van. We're just
initiation
gonna
over
take you
here.
there.
So yeah, no, that's our
Mm.
next one. I know we playing. I think we're also playing the 14th or 13th. Can't remember right now of September, in at the flower shop in Stockton.
Nice.
And
We were
then-
just there last weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I just play there. last
Okay,
week.
yeah.
It's
So
tight.
it's our first time there. I know. Nelson, our bass, he books a bunch of shows
It's
over
pretty
there.
nice there.
It is
It's-
super nice.
I saw videos. It looks
Yeah,
super cool.
It's cool.
It's indoors and outdoors.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see
Yeah.
like the awning of it. And everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Shout out to the flower
They have
shop.
they have a pretty decent sized stage.
Yeah,
Like,
they
Oh,
in
do
the
outside,
patio,
yeah.
It's really cool.
Since you like
I'm not gonna
wrestling,
lie.
if you had two midgets on that stage.
You can't say midget.
Little people.
Little people.
If you had two little people on that stage.
Little people with the hands. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under 4 feet with the hands.
You know, Tom Segura? Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
it would be like a perfect stage for wrestling.
Really? Okay.
Oh.
No,
man.
and then I think we're supposed to play too.
We're gonna get doxxed for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I keep forgetting, man. I'm old fashioned.
Doesn't matter, man. You gotta get with the times.
Dang it.
And then I think we're playing September 28th at the Cafe Colonial with the band called Plea the Fifth
Oh,
and
nice.
Foot Clan.
Nice.
And I
Send me
think
that
Rise and
flyer,
Strike.
'cause- ooh, Rise and Strike.
I'm pretty sure
Sick.
Rise and Strike's on it too. I think there's no flyer for it completely yet, but I'm pretty sure on the lineup we saw that
Cool.
we're all on it.
Send me the info on my Instagram so I have it, because I'm gonna be starting school in SAC.
Okay.
So
Tight.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
text
Same
that
with
by.
me, so I can input it in our video.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, yeah.
Kapowie.
Just those
I
shows.
think that's it for right now.
And then you're working on full length, right?
Yeah, doing a full length too right now.
How far are you within that full length?
We don't really know. We already have the guy that's gonna record us and be our producer and everything on it. He's the guy that did That's Life.
Okay.
It's our buddy Steven. He's also in the band Stoop Kids.
Shout out to
them.
Steven from Stoop Kids.
Yeah, to all the Stoop Kids. Those guys are freaking amazing. They're literally, we're so happy that Stoop Kids is back, by the way. But anyways, back. So it's he's with Steven. He's gonna record us. He's just kind of waiting on us.
Okay.
He actually like we when it kind of became like almost a joke. Like I
So,
was talking to him.
Is the writing process already done, or are you still
No, we're
in
still,
that writing process?
Yeah, we're still doing it.
Yeah, I had a question about that. Are you doing all original material, or are you doing an op Ivy?
No,
type
all
of
original.
operation?
Yeah, all original.
Cool.
This is everything out of us. Yeah, the writing is just kind of taking it slow because I'm a dad. Our drummer's a
Ah,
dad.
I was about to
Same.
ask
Yeah.
that. man.
So yeah.
Shout out to all our kids, yo.
Yeah. Shout out to
so
Joseph.
Dad life. Yeah. So it's like I'm a dad. Our drummer Mitch is a dad. Matt, he's in school for to becoming a nurse. And I think he
Nice.
has 2 more years. So
Higher
when he-
education, it's important
Yes,
sometimes.
very important.
and then and I'm also in school too.
What are
Now-
you studying?
I'm digital filmmaking. So
Nice. We need to
yeah.
hook up.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm super down.
Let me throw you some money.
Yeah, hey, I'm honestly ready. I'm freaking. I can't wait right now. I just.
You got my business card.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked because I get a Sony like 5K camera in November for my school, like sent to me, and I'm just like, counting down the days and not even joking. But yeah, like so I'm doing that, and then Nelson, he's in school plus work plus his other band, all this. So it's just
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you
and then-
you write when you always get together when you can, man.
and then now I live in Turlock. Our drummer, he lives in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
So it's just kind of like when we have the time,
Yeah.
we get together. So it's not like a full time,
Yeah.
just us anymore. Like when I was,
Yeah.
not saying anything, but when I was your age, I had all the time in the world to
Yeah, for sure.
bust out. I mean, there was a point where I was in 5 bands at once, and
Wow.
I was just every day jamming. Or if it was not every day, that one day of jamming was every band jamming that day.
Oh,
So, yeah.
okay.
So
I've heard of people doing that before, where like all of the bands get together at one spot, or did you go to different places?
Well, like I was saying before, we had a house called the Kingdom.
Right.
And I lived with probably about 7, 8 people at the time.
That sounds amazing, dude.
But anyway,
I mean, it's like super like punk poetry. You know what I mean? Like, we all live in the same house. Like,
I mean, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. I had some of the best moments there, but there were also some really bad times there.
But as you get older, you start to realize, man, I want to live by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
All these
now
vibes.
I'm older and I look back and I'm like, I was an idiot. What was I doing back then? Like, type thing. It was one of those type things. And then, so like one of us would always be in one band, and then that band would come over, and then some of those people would be in, like, say, my band.
right.
And so we would, after that band was practicing, my band would practice with those members, and it kind of just switched around and everything. There was at one point, there was a band called Place Called Home and Between Pacific Coasts. I was in Between Pacific Coasts at the time, and they were basically the same members almost except me. Like, no joke.
Except you.
Yeah, no joke. So, like, Place Called Home was almost the same, except, like, their vocalists, I didn't replace their vocalists, but, like, take their vocalists out, and then the guitarist and bassist moved to just guitars. I moved to bass, and that was Between Pacific Coasts.
Nice.
It was, like, one of those kind of things. So, like, it was, like, the same members. Then I had another band called No Crutch, which was me and one of the guys from Between Pacific Coasts with 2 other guys. And so then we would jam, and it was kind of one of those things. It was like hot potato, but with bands. It was
Right.
like,
But
you called dibs at 1. Okay, well, we got dibs at 3. And
That's
it's like,
funny.
yeah.
It's pretty cool because when you're on a lineup and you're trying to, create a show, if you're in 3, 4 bands,
I've done it.
you can just add all your bands on there, man.
I've done that, and it sucks. It's cool, but like,
what would you say is the negative aspect of you putting all your bands in the same bill?
You have to play all 4
yeah,
times,
I mean,
right?
yeah, you're stuck up there, kind of in a sense,
Right.
or it's more like for me the next day, because that day I'll be super for it, and I'm super
Right.
stoked about it. I'm playing with every band. I'm tight, like, oh man, this is awesome. The next day, I'm just sore, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why did I do that? That was
Because
so
you're playing
tiring.
guitar, bass,
Yeah.
vocals.
Or sometimes too, because like I said, that house I used to live at the Kingdom, it was a party house. It really was. So I played the show, come home, I want to chill and like lay out, and
Yeah.
everyone's like party, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I just played in 4 bands, like I don't want to do
Yeah.
this today.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, what the heck, And then same with some of the other guys at that house, they would same thing with me. And
I just wanted to shout out to our sticker plug because he's watching my live stream.
Oh,
Shout out to you for these cool cards. Look at that. Wherever that camera is. Oh, it's on you, Alejo. Yeah?
hey.
Oh, no, it's right here. See, shout out to Sticker Plug for doing these awesome cards. Should hit him up. Sticker Plug on Instagram. He's like right there. Yeah. Do you guys have like merch?
We're working
Anything?
on it right now. We did for a while, and then it kind of just died down. And
Do you
right
have
now,
anything old stuff? Because I don't know if you heard, we have a big raffle
no, not on me. I guess I'm sorry.
next time because we got the 1 fish, 2 fish, grade blue fish.
Oh, that's
from Grade
awesome.
Blue. We got.
That's actually a really good idea.
It is.
Too.
It is. We got a band called Accidentally Murdered.
Oh, yeah, I know
Booty
those guys.
shorts.
Yeah.
We
that's
got
tight.
booty shorts from them, and then what? We got a Cardinal Sin shirt, and then
Yeet.
we got a
Cardinal
6 Years Today
Sins.
shirt, but it's gray and blue, which I heard is very
Oh,
What-
that shirt.
what's
that
that
shirt
called?
looks really cool.
It's
Somebody wore
vintage.
it. You know.
So if you ever have merch, or any type of merch that is old
Oh,
merch,
our video froze. Oh, I got it.
Ooh,
Haha.
no, yeah. When we make some, I'll definitely tell them to give you guys,
Sure.
give you guys 1 or 2 of them. I know we're doing actually that Beetlejuice display. We're gonna repress that onto a shirt this time though.
Definitely.
Because we never did that on a shirt. We've done it on a sticker and.
if you have any
patch.
old stickers, patches, just throw it in because we're gonna start giving this away very, very soon.
No, yeah, definitely. I'll definitely let the guys know, see if they have anything extra or anything. I
Got
just
you.
don't have anything. I think we actually had a few old shirts. I just don't know what happened to the box.
Nice.
So yeah.
So let's do shout outs. Start off with you. Who do you want to shout out to that's listening, or do you know maybe your bandmates that
Oh, yeah.
decided not to come?
Yeah, definitely all of them, to Matt, Mitch, and Nelson. Check out Matt with his art and everything like that. his new rap career that he's doing. That
Yeah.
he's threatening to
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
Cheap Shoes for. So check him out doing that. With Nelson, his booking company HAF. I can't really say the full title because there's some curse words in it, but it's Happy as Fudge.
Oh, okay.
Booking.
Shoot that to me later. Shoot that
yeah.
to me later.
And then the counter track from Seth, right? Isn't
Oh
there
yeah.
one?
Huh.
Oh yeah, he's got one.
Shout out to Seth.
Yeah.
And then he also has his other band, No Worries. And then Mitch, he's got his other band too called Sissy Fit, which is one of our really good friends too.
Dude,
I
that
seen
band is so
Sissy
good.
Fit.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely check those guys out. And then just all our other good friends, Knee Deep, Stoop Kids, Pity Party,
Woo.
all you guys, Brightside Suicide. We got to play
Thank
with you
you.
guys pretty recently. Cardinal Sins with Stevie, and he helps us all the time too. And then yeah, all our new friends too, Rise and Strike and Foot Clan. Those are probably like our coolest, newest friends that have been
Nice.
right there next to us too. So yeah, pretty much. And then anyone that's still
In this music scene.
yeah, or even
Still grinding.
yeah.
Or about to.
Yeah, or even the old ones like me too that still remember how cool the scene was in like 2010. Shout out to you guys because we wish for that back. But yeah,
Yep.
definitely those guys.
So, when's your next show, Alejo?
I don't have a show.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have any shows booked.
If you want to book shows, book him.
Hit me up. I'm gonna be starting school, so I'm trying to slow it down, and I'm trying to concentrate on recording the EP, trying to finish it up, because I started it and it's more than halfway done, but I gotta I gotta go in there and finish it up.
Did you still want to expand the bright
Yeah.
side of suicide?
I'm thinking about it, definitely thinking about it, because I would like to, for the time being, have people maybe learn or play the pieces as close to the record as possible.
Okay. Is it just live, or would you like to have it in that?
Well, I would like
studio
to.
too?
I would like to have like a band that I can play the EP with, and then start writing with.
Okay, for
you know,
sure.
for like a feature.
Yeah.
For a future record.
Hit him up.
So, yeah. Shout out to my producer Robert Dixon out in Sacramento now, and shout out to everybody that's been listening
On our live stream.
Yeah,
or
we got Corey
Facebook.
here. Look, what's up, Corey?
Hey.
We got Corey. We got Paper Space. We got Johnny.
See,
Woo.
he's the popular one. He gets all the bands in Stockton on his live
Hell
stream.
yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, our next show, we're playing August 24th at Blackwater with this band called Nom the Giver
Okay,
from
tight.
Sacramento, and they're good friends. They have a band, Good Friends. They're from Spain,
Oh wow.
and then yeah,
Do you know where in Spain they're from?
I'm gonna have to ask that.
Dope.
I don't know. I don't know if we still are, but I remember we got kind of banned from Blackwater.
Hey,
Yeah, so yeah.
Did you?
Hey,
But it wasn't our fault.
You're not
It
the
really
first person
was.
I've heard
It
was
really-
banned.
Accidentally
Yeah.
Murdered told me that too.
Yeah.
Because I throw shows at Blackwater all
Uh-huh.
the time.
I got
and
grabbed and set into place when I was moshing one time at Blackwater.
I remember. Patrick, like grabbed you right. And
Yeah.
and sat you down and said, "No moshing up in here."
Yeah, you were there.
That-
Yeah.
So what kind of happened with us? Like I remember we played as Cheap Shoes, and what happened was people were moshing, and the fight happened, and
Oh.
the fight got blamed on us.
Oh no.
Even though at the
course.
time we weren't like up to like knock someone's head. Like no, I'm
Blame
not
it on
like
the
that.
artist.
I'm not like that at all on stage.
You guys
And
are the
so-
instigators.
Yeah, and so we got we didn't even know, like no one even told us until like a few weeks later or something like that. They tried to put us on another show, and that happened, and they were like, "Oh, you can't play here," and we were like, "What?" And they were like, "Yeah," and so we ended up changing our name for a day, and we called ourselves Expensive Beanies.
Nice.
And we played another show there. We
Nice.
did.
Yeah.
But we haven't been back, and that was like
Hey.
when we first started.
I have this band, or not this band, but with my band, we have the 444 show. I don't know if you ever heard of it at
Mm-mm.
Blackwater. It's 4 bands, $4 at the door, and 4 hours of music. And I booked 3 other bands that don't sound alike.
Mhm.
We should
I-
we should expand that to 666.
Mm-hmm.
6 bands,
Hey,
$6.
there you
know what I'm saying?
go. But that's a good idea. Hold up, I gotta write that down.
Write
man.
that down.
Put
it on the idea, man.
Yeah, I'll give you credit for that. But I booked bands that don't sound alike, you know. So I've already promised Accidentally Murdered I'm gonna get the back on
Mhm.
Cheap Shoes too.
we're down.
I'll work it out.
Blackwater is probably so nostalgic for all of us.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
I mean, I've been going to shows there since I was 14.
Yep.
My first show there, I remember I got to see Scatterfall and Lobstrosities there, and that was probably.
That was.
I mean, I was in heaven at that time.
That was back in the punk days for them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I remember like that was one of the coolest experiences as a kid. You know, freshman in high school. Like, oh my god.
I wanted to shout this out. I'm gonna wait till the camera comes out, but for my listeners,
do it.
Damn, yeah, this one right here. So this is Sunday. Okay, so it's the
This
Sunday. It's the 5th annual CCPR program. So this focuses on the music and Chicano community of Stockton. So
it's a car show.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
There's activities for your kids, and there's music. There's gonna be like 7-8 different bands.
Hell
and
yeah.
it's gonna be a really cool event, and it's sponsored by a lot of things. Like, I know.
And there's beer, so
Yeah.
Even
It's even sponsored by Modelo.
Oh, there you go.
But it's like it's sponsored by it's sponsored by Visit Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Stockton Beer Week, all of that stuff. So for the listeners who are out there, if you're not doing anything this Sunday, from 10.
And if you are, don't.
Yeah.
And just come to
cancel.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Come to this event. We're gonna be here. The radio station's gonna be here.
I'm gonna bring my guitar, so I'm gonna be playing some stuff.
From Brightside.
From whatever, I'm bringing my guitar. I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce, and then just
Yep. I'm gonna try to invite as many bands as I can, but we just want to shout that out.
No.
There goes our merch. But I've been waiting to hear you with that guitar, that fancy guitar. I gotta put you on spot right now, man.
I really don't even know.
We at least gotta end this episode with you playing a song.
I have nothing to do with this.
You're like, I don't agree.
I don't like to put people on the spot.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't like confrontation.
You guys have a pick I could borrow?
I do.
Man.
This dude always has a pick.
I do.
Always.
Shout out to my friend, my buddy. Actually, Aspec is listening. He's a rapper from Argentina.
Hey, you know what? You told me about him all the time.
Yeah, he's my boy.
This dude talks about him 24/7.
Yep, that's my boy. I'm actually on one of his tracks. I did the hook for
Nah.
It's on the Rise by Adem. Una edificación masiva. And his sister's, I don't know, I'm assuming ex-boyfriend right now. I don't know. It's been a long time. Gave me this thing right here, and it's like a little pick holder.
That's so dope.
It's got a little pop. It's like a little
pretty
pouch.
tight.
And it says anti todo, which is anti everything. Embedded in the leather. It looks sick. So
Hey.
that's how I have it pick every time.
My tattoo looks good in that angle.
Does it?
It does.
You look good in that angle.
Thank you. So what song today?
That's in drop D.
That's in drop D?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a tuner right there if you need it.
I'm trying to even remember the first song that I wrote for us.
Scooby-Doo ba.
I have
You
that
are
on my
listening
phone.
to TVO as Jay, the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton. Make sure you go to Spotify and Bandcamp and check out Cheap Shoes. Make sure you check out Worst Friends Forever. Make sure you check out The Bright Side of Suicide, but mainly Cheap Shoes. And you're gonna have yourselves a good time. They're a really good band. And if you can, do go to these shows, because I've seen these guys live and they really put on an amazing show. It's super energetic. It gets you going. It's seductive. It gets people going.
That's so true.
To be honest, I can't even remember any of our songs right now on the spot.
Take your time. Hey, it's all right. A song together.
Don't
right
do
now.
that to him.
It's all right. A song.
I'm the vocalist, not the guitarist. That's why
Just
I'm
pray.
like,
Just play a chord, say a word, and make him happy.
Or we can write a song together right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
On the spot.
You have a tuner?
There's one right. If you hit the button on top.
Oh, there we go.
Right there, pow, and then turn the volume up, the volume knob up. Yeah.
So what was the first instrument you started playing?
Guitar, and then I moved to bass a little bit later on.
What was the first instrument you learned?
The first instrument I learned was the piano. The first instrument I played was probably voice and then guitar.
Nice.
But I never learned how to play guitar. I took a lesson when I was a kid. But yeah. You are listening to Cheap Shoes on TVOSJ, the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton, the Artist Hour.
Fuck. Sorry, I'm trying to remember how to play this damn song and I can't remember how to play it. Alright. It's the only thing I can really remember, to be honest.
What
Yeah.
song was that?
It's actually one that's not recorded or anything like that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the next
I really like those
full
riffs.
length now.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. That's really the only thing I can really think
Do you have
of
a
too
title
much.
for that full length, by the way?
No, not at the moment yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
It's still in the works. Then.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I know. Yeah, like I said, I've seen you guys a couple times. I actually want to see you guys play acoustically, if that's even possible.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be pretty hard.
That would be, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna be picking up a new event called Tower Up Series soon, and the last time they had it was in 2017. But we wanna resurrect it, see what we can do with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Add you guys on it, maybe.
Yeah, hit us up. We're always down to play shows. It just gets harder during school time.
Yeah. For
Where
sure.
should people contact you guys? Should
And
they
find you
contact
guys.
you at the inner? So yeah, two things. Where should they find you at, like to listen to your music, and where should people who are putting shows together who would like to have you guys on their bill contact?
So
you
for
guys?
music, Spotify and Bandcamp.
Right.
And then to hit us up for shows, Instagram or Facebook, definitely. Instagram's Cheap Shoes HC, and then I believe our Facebook's just Cheap Shoes 209. But yeah, just hit us up on there. Mostly on Instagram though, because I feel like with Facebook we get this all the time where people hit us up for cheap shoes, like like legit shoes that are cheap, and it's happened multiple times.
They find you in the marketplace.
Yeah, and it's like, no, wrong people.
Why
guys.
don't you start making branding cheap shoes on cheap shoes?
There actually is one pair out there of that right now.
Yeah.
There's only
No
one
way.
pair.
Are they like Vans, like high tops or something like that?
I don't think they're high tops. I think they're slip-ons.
Nice.
Sarah from the band Pity Party,
Hey.
she has the one pair out there, and
Yo.
Matt, our guitarist, drew them for her, so that's the only pair that's out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cheap shoes on cheap shoes.
Yeah.
If we can find a picture of that, or if you guys can, you should upload it. Have your friend upload it, because that's sick.
Yeah, no, I think that's the only pair out there right now, though.
So to end the episode, what do you want to tell our listeners right now that's watching?
Oh, man. I don't know. Is this kind of like my rainbow that goes above my head? I don't know if you guys watch Jesus Samero, but
I
you can,
don't. Go.
Dude, don't do this to me. You gotta prepare me for this. It's not cool.
I tried.
What was the question?
Okay. To end the episode, right?
Right.
What would you like to tell our listeners right now?
Me?
Oh, no, not you. I mean, would you go ahead, you start.
Nothing that's like not politically inclined.
Oh.
So I'm not gonna tell people that they shouldn't go to the straight pride parade in Modesto. I won't tell you what to do.
Definitely screw that thing,
Yeah.
man. You know, if you have a chance, you
Or
know,
if you go, you know.
Yeah. Be safe.
Yeah, be safe.
Just do that.
With yourself. You don't have to be safe with them.
yeah, if you know anyone a part of that, spit in their drink or something. I
Yeah.
don't care. Do something. Yeah.
Dude, I saw a
screw
picture
that.
of, I think it was
The
the
artist
dude
hour
that
does
started
not
that.
commend that.
I saw a picture of I think it was the dude that started that, and I don't know if you've seen Don't Mess with the Zohan.
yeah, yeah.
The dude looks just like the bad guy.
Oh my God,
Dude,
yes,
so I
that's
was
right.
like, well, that has to be him.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Follow Cheap Shoes.
Yes.
Listen to Cheap Shoes. Catch one of their shows. And I'm telling you, you won't regret it.
Yep.
And
With that, are we cutting out?
we are, because it's been about a full hour now.
All right, cool.
And
Thanks to everybody for listening.
on
Once
this,
again,
yeah.
this is the Artist Hour on the Voice of San Joaquin in Stockton. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram or YouTube.
And Twitter. You can find us on Instagram.
You can find us on Instagram, Brightside Music. And
Poison.bites.
Yep.
And for any
if you
bands
guys-
that want to be on the next episode, going into season 3, we got you, you know? We got a lot of good lineup.
We do.
If you guys are into like movie talk and stuff like that, too, starting a YouTube channel called Bambi's Breakdown, which is kind of my nickname, Bambi.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
look out for that too. It should be coming up pretty soon. And I'm pretty sure I'm joining another podcast too called what's it called? Oh, because it's just like in the works talks right now.
Right.
I believe it's called Babble and Brews or something like
Nice.
that. I think that's what we're going to talk about.
On the radio station, there's a shout out to Ed. He's in
Shout out to Ed. He's bomb.
yeah, he has a show called The Phone Booth.
Oh, okay.
And weekly, they do a weekly recap of like social media, and he really dives into music and movies, like
Okay.
pop culture. So
Yeah.
he like reviews. He'll pick.
Didn't
like,
he do a thing about the Stockton Con?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he'll pick 3 movies and he'll do reviews, and it's basically a weekly recap of all the movies that came out within that week.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
definitely.
The Phone Booth's a pretty cool show. I know I've been featured on that week before the pilot to the Artist Hour came out.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, before I had him on. He was
Yeah.
our first guest.
Oh, really?
And now
he's here forever.
Now he's
I
been
know.
with
I
me.
couldn't say no when he asked me if I wanted to co-host. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll sit every week.
Yeah,
with
why
a,
not?
band, with a local band.
Yeah, why not?
He's been with me for 11 weeks now.
Yep.
He's
I know.
Tight.
my baby.
You can see my fingernails.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Cheap Shoes, and thank you for listening to the Artist Hour on the Voice of San Joaquin, Stockton's community radio station. And this is Joshua signing off.
Alejo Izaguirre.
And
Richard from Cheap Shoes.
till next time, see you guys.